Hey guys, welcome back. So this video I already shot once before. I dropped my phone while the video was transferring from the SD card to my phone because I edit on my phone, and it was in the middle of transferring this video and the video disappeared. It was not on my phone, it was not on the card. I tried all kinds of recovery software and stuff and nothing. It is gone. So we're going to do this again. So this is one of the new backgrounds. I think I like this one better. I'm not 100% sure, so I need you guys to tell me in the comments of all these videos, is it brighter, is it not brighter? This one, the lights are much lower, and this is the lighter of the two choices. I'm pretty sure it's lighter. Like, it's hard for me to tell. So in the comments, I need you to tell me in the videos, like, it's brighter, I can see more stuff, it's darker, I can't see the stuff, and we'll figure it out. Okay, so this is my Archer Olive haul from the fall reset and the Bring Back the Favorites sale, which were on the same day. They shipped it pretty quickly, actually. Much more quickly than my sub box, which got lost somewhere and will not be here for several more days. They found it; it's finally on its way, but it's going to be late. So that's kind of annoying. But I already knew what was in it anyway. I don't like surprises sometimes with certain things. With things like that, I don't want a surprise. I want to know, like, what are you sending me? So that I can adequately prepare. Alright, so we're going to start with this item because this was not a part of Bring Back the Favorites or the fall reset, but I grabbed it anyway because I've been meaning to grab it for quite a while and it never makes its way into my cart. And this time it did, and it's just this really pretty pen case. I think it's like from some sort of mermaid collection or something like that, some sort of sea-related collection, and it unzipped just fine last time we filmed this. There we go. Ah, I see. I got the lining caught in it. That's never a good idea. Always be careful not to do that. So I didn't even take it off the card backing, but it's got lots of room. It's really pretty. I like it a lot. So, and it's got this other little compartment here. You can stick like some washi in here or some like smallish stickers or something. But anyway, so grabbed that. The last time I filmed this, I had a place to put things when I was done showing them to you, and now I don't. Like boxes I can put on the floor, but this I don't want to, so I can go over there. Alright, moving on. So this is all the stuff from the Bring Back the Favorites. And then I will stop the video, reset the table, and we will look at all the new fall stuff. So if you're not interested in the Bring Back the Favorites, which I can't imagine why you wouldn't be, but if you're not, you can skip ahead and just check out the fall reset stuff. Alright, so this intrigued me. This is glow-in-the-dark washi, and I can tell you from the last video, we turned out all the lights. It does glow in the dark, but you guys couldn't see it on film. It was not coming up, so I'm not going to put you through that disappointment again. It is very cool. It does in fact glow in the dark, but you won't be able to see it. So yeah, that was kind of a bummer. I mean, maybe, can I, yeah, no. Even trying to put it as close as I can to the camera lens with like no light around it, it's not working, sorry. Okay, so yeah, so that'll be disappointing, and this is one of the older boxes, so it comes apart, but I'm going to show you a newer box later that's going to blow your mind. Completely just blow your mind. Alright, so that is the glow-in-the-dark washi, and this was part of last year's Halloween release. I understand that there is a Halloween release coming. I don't know exactly when, or how much stuff, or if it'll be cool, but it's my understanding that that will be a thing this year. Alright, so Bring Back the Favorites. Continuing on, I got calligraphs, which apparently also came in Jules selection, which I don't have. So I grabbed this. There's also a tropical one, which I didn't grab in this order, but I grabbed in a subsequent order. There's actually 3 subsequent orders from this release that are on their way to my house because I ordered them a week later. So you'll be seeing them at some point whenever I get around to it, because this is going to be a big video lengthwise. So they come in the really cool calligraph packaging, and look at how pretty these are. I did not swatch them in the last video. I don't have my swatch book. Do we have something that I can swatch them on? Oh, alright. So, played planner categories with one of my planner groups from Patreon last month, or a couple weeks ago. I don't really remember. It was within this year, and they're still sitting here on my table, so we can use this. Alright, so this one is called Maroon, and this is the long tip, And this is a short, and remember we learned sometimes they are not the same color. This one is. Okay, so that's maroon. And now we have indigo. This will go really well with that cyanotype line that Happy Planner just came out with, which I may or may not have ordered some of for you guys to check out. I think I did show you my wish list though, but I still pared it down again after that. This is pretty. Yeah, that's pretty. Just make sure it's not ruining. Okay, it is not ruining the new background. All right, so that was indigo. And now we have mauve pearl. It is a little harder to get these caps off than the acrylographs, which is kind of irritating. I suppose over time they will be easier to open and close. Just not today. And this is called Dusty Rose. That's pretty. The thick side first. That actually comes out kind of like orangey, like coral. And so does that. Weird. It looks pink on the pen cap. But I guess that happens. Okay, so now we have, what are you? Mustard. This is mustard. Both sides are the same. Well, that's very dark yellow. I can deal with dark yellow. Like this kind of dark yellow. Because it looks more gold and orangey than than this. It's nowhere. They do not match. Just like the Dusty Rose is actually like a coral color. Okay, so now we've got sky blue. And if it focuses, come on, focus. I keep, every time I yank the cap off, I'm getting pen all over my hand. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. That's definitely a sky blue. I would go with that color name. Right, and now we've got olive. Hello there. You are not an olive color. You're like an evergreen color. Okay, so another one that does not match its name or its cap, because that is definitely like an evergreen for sure, which would of course be more of a jewel tone. All right, we got 3 left, and this one is called Peach. And that's like very faint yellow. That barely comes up even on white paper. Probably be great on black paper. I don't think this would show up at all on craft paper though. But it also appears that the, I don't know if it's going to come up on the camera, but it appears that the brush tip is much lighter than the fine point. Okay, so that was Peach, and now we have Bluebell. Okay, fine tip. Let's give it a second to dry. They kind of look the same. I feel like this might be a little darker. Maybe not. We'll give it a minute to dry. But that is Bluebell, and our last one is Moss Green. And yeah, that's the color of moss. I will agree with that. I would agree with that. I would not agree with that this is olive. This is evergreen. That's not olive. No way. So a while back, Archer and Olive had asked what items we would like to see brought back or like made more of, and what kind of things we would like to see that they don't have. So I asked for more stamps. I asked for sticker storage. I asked for the Neapolitan notebooks. I might have asked for acrylograph and calligraph storage. And I think that's everything I asked for. I may have asked for something else too. So in the back, bring back the favorites, they brought back clear acrylic stamps. They brought back 2 sets, and I have a 3rd set, so now I have 3 sets, but there are more than that. But this is what they brought back. So this is the Celestial collection. So you've got like moons and stars and a couple of sayings, and there's a cute potion bottle and a couple constellations and stuff, and it's very cute and kind of goes with like the witchy theme, so it'll be good for Halloween. And the other one I have that you guys have already seen is that familiar set with like cats and stuff. That's going to be really cool for Halloween. And then this one is Days of the Week cursive. So you've got Days of the Week in large font, you've got abbreviated months in cursive, and then you've got notes, week, month, weekend. You've got numbers. There are some icons down here, a headered checklist. This is like a whole calendar stamp, and then this is like some tick boxes and like ticked circles, so you can make like lists. So these are very cool, and I was very happy to see these on the website because I really like wanted stamps. Okay, so I think last time I saved those 2 for last, so we're gonna do that again. Okay. Oh, there is also one notebook that is not here. I opened it already. It's a long story, but basically I needed some notebook therapy, and this box was all that was available to me where I was in my house, and I grabbed the one on top, and it was the Greater Good Galaxy Drip. And I've wanted that notebook for a long time, so I was like, yes, and grabbed it and started drawing in it. So you won't see that one in here. Okay, so this is the Neapolitan dot grid notebook, which I had wanted for quite a while. So it's like this. It's on the leather binding. These are Chicago screws that hold it together. You can undo them with a screwdriver if you wanted to. I don't know why you would want to, but you could. And you know, God forbid they should come out. Chicago screws are really easy to come by. They're in those Happy Planner, make your own sticker book things. They're in the scrapbooking aisle of any craft store. They even have them at like Home Depot and stuff like that. So not hard to find, just might not be the same color, and then, you know, the size might be a little off. But you can, you know, get them replaced. So, you know, this is the nice vegan leather hardback, like the other notebooks we got in the spring release or summer release. I forget which one now. So it's got black dot grid paper, craft dot grid paper, and white dot grid paper. And I got this in the B5 size. I think I probably should have gotten an A5 as well, because in addition to being able to use this for swatching things in the long-term collection, if I need tip-ins or an extra page or something, having one that's the same size of the journals I most use often, which is the A5s, would have been a good idea. So I'm going to have to check if I added that in my other orders, and if not, I'm going to have to go see if it's still available and get it. Which the free shipping threshold is so high. Okay, yeah, you can see this one now. Okay. Alright, so this one is also very famous and loved, and this is the Greater Good coffee cup journal. So this is the one with the steaming cup of coffee. It's coffee colored, it's vegan leather, it's pebbled, I guess is the right, it might be the right name for this texture, I'm not sure, but it is. If I can get the texture to show up, I don't know if it is or not, but if you can see it, cool. But it's really nice. And we got the regular inside pages, white dot grid, and coffee colored bookmarks with the Archer and Olive ampersand, pen loop, gusseted pocket in the back, rubber band closure, I'm kind of surprised it doesn't say like the Greater Good in here anywhere. But this was on my like wish list of older items that I've been, you know, I once in a while troll like the buy seller trade groups and see if anyone has anything that I've been looking for that I haven't been able to find. And a lot of times when I do that, I can't find what I'm looking for, and then Archer and Olive brings it back. So maybe I should start looking for those other stamp sets I wanted. Okay, so there are 2 other journals in here. I'm gonna do them last, so we're gonna do these other things first. There's, including the journals, 6 items left in the Bring Back the Favorites sale thing. Okay, so these are acrylographs from spring 2021. This is the Vernal pack, which I did not have. In the last video, we had to look up the names because they weren't... Was it this one we had to look up the names or the other one? No, I think it was all of them. We had to look up the names. And I did not swatch them. I have not activated these pens, and I'm not going to when we do the long-term collections, which I've decided now I'm going to draw out first. And then we're going to do it, and we are probably going to have to go by manufacturer and pen type because there's just so many pens now. So these still come with the white and the clear blender, and you'll understand why later on. Why that's important later on. Also comes with the nibs. So that's a Vernal. This one is Awakening. And they are very, very pretty spring colors. Very muted. And clear white and nibs all in there. Okay. And now, the two I was most excited to see because I really wanted these and I couldn't find them in any groups. Every time I saw someone was selling them, they were already gone. So this one is called Bewitch. How nice and Halloween and fall are these? Like, they're gorgeous. And I didn't notice before, but no clear and no white. These are from last year's Halloween release. And then there is the Spellbind collection. And those are really cool, too. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with these, I think. Especially since I was looking for them for so long. Alright, so that's all the old acrylograph sets that I got. I think I have them all now, except for stuff that came in sub-boxes that I can't get because they're never bringing that back. Alright, so, on to the journals. Let's see, let me do the big one or the small one first? Do the small one first. Okay, so last year I showed you guys a black holographic cover like this. And in it, it had a blackout journal with a wand on the front. At least I think it was a blackout journal. I could be wrong. It's over there under about 15 other planner boxes, so I'm not pulling it out. But these, seriously, these boxes are so awesome. Like, these are Halloween decorations. Just put the boxes where people can see them. They're Halloween decorations. They're just so cool. So I had gotten the magic wand. There were other ones I saw that I wanted, and I couldn't get them because they were sold out, and they weren't bringing them back. So if you've been here for any length of time, and if you haven't, hi, I'm Pam. Welcome to my channel. It's nice to have you here. You know that I love dragons. So I got the dragon. Silver holographic. He's got a couple stars. Vegan leather cover. The ampersand in silver and black. And the holographic gilded edges. Pen loop. Rubber band closure. And all the pages inside are the regular white dot grid. It's not a blackout book. There's nothing weird. There's not weird hollow inside. It's just on the outside, and that was just awesome. So I got that in the A5. And then the big one I got. Now really, like, this one's even bigger because it's a B5 box. Like, imagine putting these in, like, you know, the corners or something. Like, obviously not with your journals in them, but just, like, stick them in the corners of your house or something with your spooky Halloween lighting. Like, how cool is that going to look? And that's just the box. Okay. So, see, they're all 160 dot grid pages, 160 GSM paper, bright white. This is the Potion notebook, which I had also wanted and couldn't get. So it is here. I don't think I took it out of the box last time because it's the same thing. It's white dot grade paper. This is not a blackout book. It's just got the cool hollow there. It's got the hollow on the edges. I love gilded edges. And we've got our black and silver Archer and Olive bookmarks. So I'm very excited to have these. And shortly after I filmed the original video, I thought to myself, why did I get one of each in each size? Like, why didn't I get them both? And then I was like, well, you were trying to be good and not spend money. And then I was like, well, I just got a bonus. So I went back, and that's how I ended up with more orders coming to my house. So the Potion notebook in an A5 is coming, and the Dragon in a B5 is coming. Alright, so this is everything that I got from the fall reset. There obviously is more things coming, but this is everything I got from the fall reset. So 4 sets of acrylographs, 4 journals, but one of them isn't here, 1 notepad, 1 set of calligraphs, 2 sets of stamps, and 1 set of glow-in-the-dark washi. So that's a bunch of stuff. So now I'm going to reset the table. I will be right back, and we're going to look at everything I got from the fall reset, because this was the Bring Back the Favorites. I think I screwed up the name before. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're going to look at everything I got from the fall reset, which was the real reason for the whole event. So I'm going to kind of go from smallest to largest-ish. So the smallest thing I got was the design team pin for Jessie Corinne, or Jess. She has Jess written on here. Her YouTube channel is Jessie Corinne, so is her Instagram. She is one of my favorite bullet journal channels to watch. Her, Amanda Rachley, who's never been on the Art Journal Olive design team, Plant-Based Bride, I don't think she was on the design team, maybe she was, but she did do a collab with them because you've seen me unbox the acrylographs, and Mark from Men Who Bullet, and I got his pin the last time. Those are my favorite bullet journal channels right now. I watch a couple others. They're not favorites yet. But anyway, this is her pin. This icon is often in the corner of her videos. She's a science teacher, or she was a science teacher until a couple of months ago, in elementary school, mostly chemistry, with a couple other things thrown in now and then. She is funny, and she has amazing bullet journal spreads, fantastic ideas. You should really just go check her out. So I got her pin because she is one of my favorite people, bullet journal wise. So next smallest. Okay, so there were 2 sets of washi. So this is our first set. And this one, the box is a little beat up, but it's not too bad. It's a little ripped. Came that way. I didn't do this. So we've got like a lot of leaves and florals and pretty patterns in here. We did not swatch it last time, I don't think. No. So not going to do it again, just because we're going to be putting it in the book, and you're going to see it in the book. So that was the 1 set. So that's FWT, which is Fall Washi Tape 301. And then this one, remember I told you one of the boxes was going to blow your minds? So, yeah. This is how it showed up at my house. Yep. It was still hanging on by like one little thread over here, and then like when I originally showed it to you guys, and then when I tried to open it up to show you the washi, it just fell off. Like, it's ridiculous. So these are the washi tapes that we have in here. We have books, we have this nice fall floral, we have leaves and flowers here, and we've got telephones and flowers and stuff over there, and they are very pretty. And that one is FWT 302. And obviously that needs to get swatched and put in a drawer, because those are going to fall out and roll away, because they are bad meatballs. All washi tape likes to roll away. Alright, the next thing, and when I said the white and clear pens, you would see why later. They have changed the packaging for the acrylographs. So these are the acrylographs for the fall reset. There's only 1 palette instead of 2, and this is called Vintage Dream. And you can see all the colors on the back already. And then we can just slide off our top, which is very pretty. And these are our fall colors. And I'm trying to remember. Yes, they put the names on them, so we don't have to look them up. And there are replacement nibs in the bottom, which I didn't realize last time. Cool. Alright, so here they are as a whole. So we'll get our... No, because these are acrylographs, I'm going to have to shake them all. Swatch book, I promise we'll look at them. Okay, so one by one. This is Fire Brick. There we go. And this is Lily Pad. I'm wondering how dark that will come out. This is Pewter Blue. Sometimes if I do that, it comes up better. Excuse me. Midnight Sapphire. Vintage Saddle, which is weird because it's kind of a green color, and when all the saddles I've seen are like brown or black. I don't remember seeing green ones, so I'm confused by that. But let me know in the comments, because I'm not exactly like a horse rider or anything. Spent a lot of time around them when I was a kid, but terrified of riding them. Like to give them apples though. So this one is called Rome, R-O-A-M, and this one is called Pink Satin. very muted fall-like tone as my children stomp over us like elephants. This one is called Golden Spice. And this one is called Weathered Rose. And this one is called Melon Rouge. So these are all pretty cool. Oh, come on, behave. Alright, they're in there enough that I can close them, I do believe, yes. Okay, so I put the top on backwards. Alright, so this is how the acrylic are going to come now. The nibs are in the bottom, and I'm assuming that we can buy individual white or blender pens on the website if we need them. Not 100% sure on that. Okay, put those over there. Alright, so next, they came out with, okay, there was another thing that I had asked for, covers. Because I've seen like really pretty embroidered covers for the journals that they had put out in like sub boxes and stuff before, and I can't get my hands on those either. And I would like cover. So these are clear. They did have like prior clear ones with like glitter in them that was kind of like very 80s, and I didn't like that. So this is the package it comes in, and these are for the A5s, and this is clear. We did put it on one of my journals in the last video. It does fit perfectly fine, and I bought 3 of them. So, but I'm not unpackaging them all. I'm just showing you I did actually buy 3 of them. So I'm looking forward to keeping my journals with like the cloth covers from getting stuff all over them, because it seems like as soon as you touch them, all of a sudden there's all this fuzz all over them all the time, drives you crazy. Alright, so next. Alright, so this is smaller than the covers were, but it's alright. So this is the new wax seal for the fall, and we have a new color of wax. So this is like a foresty green kind of color. And that's sealing wax. And then this is the stack of books, which is one of the motifs for the fall reset. So, you know, of course I had to have that. It's books. I have to have that. Alright. And all the packaging for this, like, look at this one, right? So, like, this is, like, cream colored, right? With all these designs and stuff. And it has the stack of books and the candle down here. And it's got, like, you know, flowers in a vase on top of the books. So it's got that on there, and then it's got all like the leaves and flowers and stuff around it. I think that's really pretty. Okay, so again, you guys know they come out in all the sizes. So if you have been here and you know how much I like the books, then you had to have known that this was going to make its way here and will be my next reading journal. So again, it's got the stack of books on the front and the candle and all this decoration, and it is this pretty blue. It's kind of like a green blue. Here's the tag that I always take off. Here's our paper. And what I didn't realize until I got to the B5 was there was no cuff. There's no cardboard cuff on this, which I find very weird. So it's not on there. So this is the stack of books. Why is it so dark all of a sudden? We have all these lights in here. Why are you getting dark on me? That's weird. Okay. It was much brighter a few minutes ago. That's odd. Okay. Anyway, this is a linen cover. So if you guys could come out with covers for the 8x8 size quickly, that would be awesome. It has the stack of books, the candle, and the flowers stamped in gold foil on the front. Elastic closure. And we've got the usual 8x8 inside. White doctored paper, and then we've got the kind of, I guess it's like teal blue and the gold ampersand bookmark, and of course it's got the very big gusseted pocket in the back because it's an 8x8, so it's bigger. So that's this, no gilded edges or anything. So this will be, oh my goodness. Okay, so this will be one of my upcoming reading journals very soon, probably. Although I do have a couple others. I'm gonna have to take them all out and like decide. Maybe I'll do a poll. We'll see. Okay. And they are printing like the info that would like usually be on the cuff on the inside top of the box, which is weird. We also do have a link down in the description for anyone who's never shopped from Arts and Olive. You can get 10% off. Just click that link, make an account, and like your 10% off coupon like pops up. We're gonna put you over here. Okay. So again, with the book loving motif, we have this very bright light blue with an ink and quill on the bottom, and this is a B5 size. And there's the tag. We've got the paper, and it is this, like, it feels like suede. I know it's not, but that's what it feels like. I don't know how else to describe this, and I don't have any other notebook that feels like this. This is awesome, really. So it's got the feather and ink and a couple stars and some leaves and a flower stamped in foil on the front. There we go. We've got the usual ribbon or rubber band, the same inside, white dot grid pages, B5 size, so this is where you get the most room. And, well, except for the letter size. And this, I'm so sorry, bookmarks with the gold ampersand logo, and they're the same color as the box. And the cover, well, they're a little brighter than the cover, actually. If you look at it, they're actually brighter. Pen loop, another large gusseted pocket in the back, and the rubber band closure. But this cover feels amazing. Like, this feels like suede, but there's no way that this is suede. I really like that. Given that it has the ink and quill on the front, I'm thinking that this should be the long-term journal for the pen swatches and the acrylograph swatches and all of that. I mean, really, what decoration would be better for that? So that's what we're going to do with this. And now that I have made up my mind about doing that, we can actually proceed to start filming those videos as soon as I film the backlog of other things that I have sitting here for you guys to see. So I'm not going to do it again because it was labor intensive and made me very sad. But the last item that I purchased is the B5 vegan leather cover. Comes with this really cute phonograph charm hanging off it, and this really cute ribbon with the old-fashioned camera, and you know, their little UPC code and stuff, and this already has stuff on it too, even though it's a cover. And this is that same kind of pebbly leather from earlier. It's very cute on the inside. You've got a couple of card pockets, you've got a deep pocket here, you've got a deep flip pocket here, you've got the cute little blue Archer and Olive sewn in tag, which really makes it look kind of like very posh. For lack of a better term, that's the one that popped in my head. Makes it look expensive. How's that? And it wasn't cheap. It does not fit the new B5 size journal, which is of course what I would buy it for, is for this, and it does not fit. So if you're in any of the Archer and Olive community groups or anything, this has been a hot topic of discussion since people started getting their orders. I'm going to try to reach, and I don't know if I can pull it off, but I'm going to try. Excuse me. To reach the washi swatch book, which I think is also a B5, and this is the old binding. So the theory that I have heard online, and see what I mean about the cloth covers, like I don't even know what this stuff is on here, like it's just a magnet. So the theory is that the old size fits, but the new size does not. So since, even though you guys didn't see it, you can see a ton of people do it online, it just does not fit the old. It also doesn't allow for your pen loop to come out, and somebody in one of the groups is good at sewing, so she made a slit and pulled it through and then sewed around it so that it would be secure, and I thought that was like brilliant. Okay, so maybe we're only supposed to put one side in. That doesn't look right, right? Maybe it's the rubber band, or maybe we should only have like one side in a pocket. Like, I'm afraid of ruining these items, and I'm very seriously considering returning this because of all the future, because that's their new binding, so and that's apparently the problem. So if all of the new journals aren't going to fit in here, then why would I get it? It still doesn't really fit very well. I could see where the problem might be the band, so I'm going to try wrapping it around the back and see if that helps us. That does help us. Okay, so some of the issue is the rubber band on the back. But it just doesn't, like, it doesn't close enough. And once you start, like, adding things in here and tip-ins and all kinds of stuff, and just using the pages, they, you know, they warp a little and stuff as you go. It's not going to protect anything. And this one's already thicker than it was when it started because this is my washi long-term collections. So, you know, we've got, there's nothing in here you haven't seen, so it's fine. So we've got all this stuff in here already, you know, washi tape upon washi tape upon washi tape, and you can see like the pages are, you know, not the same thickness as the unused areas. So I don't know. I do have a few other of the older B5s. I don't think I have that many. I might have a few, but then this will be useless. So I've not taken the tags off, and this is only the second time it's come out of its packaging so that I could show it to you. But I'm thinking maybe I should be sending this back because it's not going to work, and it was not cheap. I think this was $50-something maybe. This was not cheap at all. I mean, it wasn't, you know, it wasn't break the bank expensive. It's not like a Gucci bag or something. But for a cover for a journal, it seemed a little excessive. I've seen other journal cover prices. It's not excessive, but since it doesn't actually fit, like if you hold the book up to it, it looks like it fits, right? But you also have to account for the thick spine, which this does not seem to account for, and I think that's probably the issue. They probably should have made it a bit longer so that it would actually like wrap around and support the thickness of the book and actually protect the sides and your pen, which is just going to dangle out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it does that now, but when you put it in a cover, you don't expect that to happen. So anyway, I'm babbling. I'm considering returning this because I've only got 1 or 2 journals that it kind of sort of fits, but not really. I think it's just defective, and I'm not happy about that. So it is most likely going back, and hopefully they will go back to the drawing board and come out with one for us that does fit, and perhaps in multiple sizes. That'd be great. As long as they fit the journals and the notebooks, I am totally happy to buy them, but they gotta fit, and these don't. So anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, share it with a couple of your friends. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.